Hey everyone, Mike here, and in this video I'm going to take you through a couple of tips and tricks that will help you extend the battery life of your Samsung Galaxy S5. First of all, you need to know that there are two big consumers on this phone, the screen and the radios. Samsung uses an AMOLED panel on the S5, and this one is designed to completely turn off the black pixels displayed. In other words, if you want to save up energy, try to pick a black background or one with as many black areas as possible. Anything besides black, even dark grays for instance, won't help though. Also, since we're talking about the wallpapers, try to use static images instead of animated themes if you care about the battery life. That aside, the higher you're going to set the screen's brightness, the more energy it's going to require. You can either adjust the brightness manually or use the auto brightness feature with the included plus and minus brackets for extra tweaking. I chose to use the latter, although indoors the system tends to dim the screen a bit too much for my liking. Even so, this helps me squeeze more life out of this phone. Last but not least, you should adjust the screen lock time to a smaller value. You can set it up anywhere from 15 seconds to never. I usually keep mine at around 30 seconds, which means that the phone will go to sleep after 30 seconds of inactivity. This particular aspect is especially useful if you check your phone often during the day, or if you have many services constantly receiving updates and waking up the screen. When it comes to the radios, first of all, you should only keep the phone on 4G if you are actually using the 4G networks and require the extra speed. Otherwise, switch it to 3G HSPA mode. Besides that, it's advisable to turn off the radios and the features that you're not using most of the time. The location services, NFC, Bluetooth, gestures, AirView and so on, and only activate them when needed. The same can be said about Wi-Fi, and you can also limit the number of apps that are allowed to sync in the background. All this micromanagement can get somewhat annoying, but you'll get used to it in time. And if all these are not enough and you desperately need your phone to last longer, Samsung implemented an ultra power saving mode. You can customize what it does, but with all the available energy saving options checked, it will turn the screen black and white, will lower the brightness, will cap the CPU's performances and will only limit access to a couple of basic functions: dialer, messenger, browser, calculator and a few others. Personally, I don't think I'll use this mode often, as it greatly diminishes the phone's capabilities, but for emergency it's going to come in handy. With about 10% of the battery's juice remaining, the S5 will be able to last for about 24 extra hours in standby in this mode, while allowing access to those vital functions mentioned above, and that's quite something. Last but not least, if the S5 still cannot deliver what you need, even with all these tricks mentioned before, don't forget that it packs a removable battery, so you can easily swap it for a new one when needed. Not the most convenient solution, as it involves buying an extra battery and charging them both, but it does the trick. Either way, with average use and careful management, I'm constantly able to get about 2 days or more out of the S5, which translates in about 5 hours of screen time. That's not impressive, but it's better than the S4 was able to deliver, so I'm overall satisfied. With that in mind, it's time to wrap this up. If you know any other cool tricks that could help us save battery life on this phone, feel free to tell us about them in the comments section below. And if you're after more details on the Galaxy S5, check out the other clips on the channel, you'll surely find them useful. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.